Good morning and welcome to AISA's 50th anniversary conference. I am Dan Jubert, the AISA board chair and the headmaster at the American International School of Cape Town. It is a pleasure to welcome you to Cape Town, South Africa, home of the 2019 Rugby World Cup champions, the South African Springboks. Now, I can guess what many of you are thinking. How do I and my colleagues cope in this hardship post? It is challenging at times, but we make our way to the beaches, hiking in the mountains, shopping downtown, or visiting some of the local vineyards. And we are all here to help you cope during your stay in Cape Town. But in all seriousness, there's 55 of us here at the conference, and we are here to support you with any needs that you have. I am honored to serve as AISA's board chair in our 50th anniversary year, and I stand on the shoulders of the giants who came before me, many of whom were introduced just moments ago. I'd also like to introduce our AISA board. We have got an incredible group of educators, and I'm going to just quickly ask them to stand up and give a wave. Nick Bishop, over there. David Henry, right here. Simon Gillespie, Anna Marsden, Mary Ashun, Brad Waugh, and Fatma Odamat. All of us are here to assist you with anything that you need, and if there's anything that AISA can do to better support your schools, please do let us know. I also want to thank Peter Bateman and his team for the incredible amount of work that they've put into organizing the conference. Seeing it firsthand, being here in Cape Town and watching it develop over the past months and the last few weeks has been incredible. It's easily the largest AISA conference in history, very fitting for the 50th anniversary, and I applaud you for everything that you've done. Thank you, AISA team. Just trying to get the clicker to work here. The big one. There we go. Picture of the team there. AISA is as diverse as the continent it serves. AISA is as diverse as the continent it serves. This was a theme that came forward at our most recent strategic planning retreat with the AISA board, recognizing the incredible depth, breadth, and uniqueness of our member schools. As AISA celebrates its 50th anniversary, it is impossible to ignore the immense impact the organization has had on the continent and within the region and across schools it supports. Since its inception, AISA has grown to become a powerhouse in international education, now serving 74 member schools and 69 member partners. But what does the final A in AISA really mean? Africa is a massive continent made up of 54 different countries, around 1.3 billion people, and an estimated 3,000 different languages spoken. When I reflected on this myself, I was struck by what the former president of Ghana once said, Kwame Nkrumah. He stated, "I'm not African because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born in me. Because Africa was born in me." There's something about Africa. No matter where you live, it grabs a hold of you and doesn't let go. An intoxicating mix of the people, the culture, the environment, the experiences that consume the senses and leaves an everlasting impression. And no matter if you were born here, grew up here, or have only been here for a short while, it lodges itself into your spirit and is born inside of you. How often I hear in interviews of educators longing to return to Africa, as if it's some long-lost lover they haven't seen for years. Or even my 6-year-old daughter, who was born in China to American and Canadian parents and has now lived here in South Africa for 3.5 years. If someone asks her the complicated question of, "Where are you from?" she proudly replies, "I'm from Africa." It has been born inside her too. The AISA organization is a small piece of this incredible continent. Over the years, the organization has continued to grow and amplify the potential to build a better Africa. AISA schools believe in the vast potential of this amazing continent and push the boundaries through its programs, it develops to ensure that African international schools are recognized for being the leaders in the field of education, with a strong understanding of how educational challenges need adapting for local contexts. AISA is here for you. One of the greatest natural wonders of the world is the annual migration of giant herds of wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles across northern Tanzania and Kenya. One of my favorite African proverbs, and as my faculty will attest, one I refer to all the time: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. This is certainly on display in this image, as over 2 million animals move through the Serengeti and Masai Mara ecosystems in search of greener pastures. The same can be said for AISA schools. Any one of our schools can go fast on our own. But the real power of the association is when we go together, we can go so far. What is especially unique about this conference is, for the first time since 2013, leaders, and teachers, and support staff are together in one conference. We are partners in education, not separate entities to separate and develop in isolation. And no doubt, our educators are some of the best in the world, working in some of the most complex and challenging environments in the world. AISA provides all the formal support that you'd expect, but it's the informal connections with the people who share the same challenges that propel practice further and faster. This photo also speaks to me because there's that one fella there, a bit crazy, a bit out there, kind of doing his own thing, taking a leap of faith and not sure where they're going to land. You know who you are out there. I like to think that this is a metaphor for all of our schools' performing arts departments. And AISA is here for you too. The diversity of our schools is what brings us together and affords AISA the incredible collegiality, connectedness, and collaboration that is experienced by all who take part. United, together, we can achieve so much. I would be remiss if I didn't take an opportunity and incorporate the great former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, into my opening remarks. Education is the most powerful weapon for which you can use to change the world. We have such an amazing opportunity and daunting responsibility to educate the students in our schools. The AISA board is in the midst of finalizing a daring and innovative strategic plan that will push the boundaries of what a learning organization can do. AISA is launching a focus on well-being programs that will soon be a household name in international schools, much like the AISA Child Protection Booklet has become the must-read resource around the world. No matter if you are a school of 50 or 1,000, in a major cosmopolitan city or in a small rural area, experiencing civil unrest or relative peace, or are a well-resourced school or a school that counts every rand, AISA is here for you. For those of us on the AISA board, this historical moment is not lost on us. It is an honor and a privilege to serve the region and the association in its 50th year. AISA confidently steps forward, a beacon of light to help guide schools through the next 50 years, celebrating the past, shaping the future. Thank you.